because every time I try to do it, my son or my daughter be trying to come here. But hopefully you guys can hear me. All right, you guys should be able to hear me. So one thing that I had noticed today, and of course this is me trying to improve my speech, but one thing that I noticed today when I woke up. So I woke up at 4 a.m. like I was supposed to. And I felt pretty good doing that. You know, I went to the gym, did everything I was supposed to this morning. Then I started meditating on this couch right here. And I turned all the lights off, turned my fan on. And after I turned my fan on, I opened the blinds. It was starting to get pretty daylight outside. I started meditating, you know. And with me meditating, it definitely showed me with me being grateful because I started watching Andrew Tate videos and like them with like Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all that stuff. And it kind of got me in a desire state because me seeing them like traveling from like different country to another country, you know, having that money, going to buy Lamborghinis and stuff, them basically boasting about their life. But I mean, the purpose is for that. I mean, it could be motivation, but I feel like they want you to want what they have. And that's exactly what had happened with me when I was in the gym. I was watching this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to sit there and be able to buy Lamborghinis, go to racetracks and stuff like that. Well, honestly, that's not even in my purpose. And I should be happy with whatever I get. So it got me into a desire state. I wanted all that stuff when I really didn't need that stuff. Or I really don't need that stuff. I mean, it would be nice to sit there and take a Lamborghini around the track or something, you know, just like a fast car or something. But so after I had figured that stuff out, I went and like journaled and stuff, and I started to realize like about being grateful. Like me being in that state, it just made me feel like it took me out of the moment because I'm too busy focusing on, you know, how I want the future to be when you don't know how the future is going to be for one. But I mean, you can manifest it and work towards it and like have an idea how the future is going to be. But I mean, you just don't know for certain. But anyways. So I started being great, writing down the things I was grateful for, and like being grateful for, you know, just different things in life. And it brought me back to myself, and like it definitely like when you start writing down what you're grateful for, it definitely shows you that God's there, you know, because you start noticing all the stuff that he has done for you. You know, before when I was younger, I used to sit there and play that atheist card. Like I didn't believe in God and none of that stuff. But I mean, it's crazy for someone to think like that God isn't real, because God is there. You can look around and look at your life and see that God cares for you and God wouldn't put you in a situation that you can't handle. And recently today, I was stressing about something, and he showed me a sign. Like I was already telling myself, you know, there's no need to stress, but I was still like feeling a little stressed out. Or I wouldn't even say, yeah, no, I was stressed out. I was feeling a little stressed out, and I was thinking about stress eating, self-destructing and all that stuff. But your boy stayed strong. I didn't self-destruct. And I'm proud of myself because of that. And yeah, so I was debating on that stuff. Then, you know, I've been seeing a lot of 888s, and if you're spiritual, then you know 888s mean like, I mean, the things that you're manifesting are going to come true. Well, the things that you're manifesting are taking action. So I've been seeing a ton of that. I'm not sure if that's with my music. I'm not sure if that's with my business idea that's going on. I'm not sure what it is, but I know that it's true because when I started seeing that before, that's when I got my car. And, you know, I mean, that's like the only example that I could give you, but it's just like, I just know this stuff is true, bro. You might not believe it, but you got to experience it for yourself. And I'm not sure how it is, like, if you're being too much in the physical or you're being too much in the spiritual, maybe I should pick up the Bible and figure it out. I'm not sure. But I know, I mean, that's how I feel. I feel like if you're too much in the physical and you're worrying about like all this materialistic stuff, then you're not going to catch those God signs with God like dropping gems and stuff on you. But if you're more in the spiritual, then you start seeing, or not even more in the spiritual, if you just have that balance, or maybe a little more in the spiritual, then you can be able to understand like the different signs that God's giving you. So, yeah, like I was saying, I seen like an 888. Then I went to like that 888. That one stood out to me because it was on my food scale. So I was like, okay, let me write this one down. I had put it in my phone, and in my phone, it was my name for my new business. And when I seen that, I'm like, okay, yeah, there is no point in stressing. God's there. And honestly, if you're stressing about something that you don't believe in the path that God has planned for you, God wouldn't put you through something that you can't handle. And I know that for sure because I mean, it's been multiple times where I mean, just like it's just for example, you or anybody, you've made it through 100% of your bad days, and like I said, I know for sure that God won't put me through something I can't handle because I've been seen it so many times. He done it for me so many times, 100% of my bad days. So I don't think there's really need for you to stress about anything in life. I just think that you should just follow the path that He got has for you. All the challenges that you endure is to make you stronger. Everything in life is just to build you for wherever the next step is. So you can always grow from anything. And that's the beauty of challenges is that it's for you to grow. So if it rhymes, it's true, grow so. But yeah, everything in life is for you to grow. Believe in the path, don't stress about things. I mean, it's kind of easier said than done, but because I still be stressing sometimes, but I still try to feed myself that positive self-talk. Be like, you know, God got me, bro. But sometimes, like, I feel like I'm more in the physical than especially when, like, so what my idea is with having sex and releasing that semen, it's a very spiritual act. So once you release so much semen, it takes you out of your spiritual because you're using so much of your spiritual powers to bring someone from the spiritual realm onto the physical. So if you think about that, that's probably the reason why porn is free because once you lose that spiritual aspect in your life, then you feel hopeless. So that's one thing I need to work on, bro. Is like once I'm like making points, sometimes I go so deep into the point. Uh, so basically, what I'm saying with that is I just forgot where I was with what I was saying. But I know, like, so when having sex, you start losing that like that spirituality within yourself, and you start feeling hopeless because you're stuck inside the physical. But once you start semen retention is very important. That was like one of the best things I've done in my life. But once you start that semen retention, that's when you start having hope in life because you start realizing that God's there. You start getting connected to everything that's spiritual. You start feeling people. You start, you know, stop looking at people just for, it's so deep, bro. Like you literally like you stop looking at people for what they are. If you're sexualizing girls, you stop sexualizing them because you see their soul. You feel their soul. You feel them as a being. You can look in people's eyes and you see a different person. You don't just see what's here. You feel them as well. You feel their spirituality. So if you don't practice semen retention, I feel like you should practice that. I don't feel like you should practice that. You should just do it, bro. Because once I release all my semen, bro, I feel so weak. I feel so motivation. I feel like I just feel so terrible. I just feel out of it. Like my muscles start to feel weak. My mental, I can't focus on anything. It's hard for me to focus. I start feeling hopeless. I start feeling a little depressed. You start feeling anxious talking to people. It's just, it's crazy, bro. But yeah, so we got that out of the way. So what else? Uh, Self-respect, bro. What I was saying about me waking up at 4 a.m., bro, I felt so great. But then I started regretting what I did when I had took that nap. Did I already talk about taking a nap after I woke up at 4 a.m.? No, I didn't. I didn't get to that yet. So I was writing down everything that I was grateful for, and I started laying there. I had a goal to clean up the house, and I wanted to get that goal done. Then I took a nap and woke up probably at like 1. I probably took a nap at like 7. Woke up at 1. Tried to get up and start cleaning and everything. Yeah. My kids, they wouldn't know waking up. I wanted to get them on a better schedule because we messed up our schedule pretty bad. So my kids, they ended up waking up around like 1. My wife did and everything. So I was in there cleaning for a little bit, but then I didn't want, like, I had to feed them, they had to get a bath, you know, had to brush their teeth, do all the daddy duties. And I didn't get to really clean the house like I wanted to. Then I'm over here trying to clean the house and also take care of my kids. Then it's probably about like 4 or 5. It was such a beautiful day outside. It was like 68 degrees. Allegedly, it was 70. But we wasted that whole day because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I felt like, I felt so, I won't even say guilty because it's not guilty. I felt so, what's the word I'm looking for? I just felt so regretful that I didn't get up and do what I was supposed to do for my family and for myself. And that's my daughter. I don't want to let them in because, you know, they kind of, whatever. Let's let him in. Hey, little man. So, like I was saying, I'm gonna put this down. I might see my little daughter. So, I felt really regretful because I didn't do what I was supposed to do, like my task for myself. So, me not doing that, like I said, throughout the day, I couldn't really take myself serious like I was supposed to. The only thing I was thinking about was that past mistake that I did of not getting them up and letting them go outside and play, you know? And that's wrong of me to do something like that. That's wrong of me of not taking myself serious. Like, I have a plan. I have a plan to do something that I need to go do it. I mean, it's that simple. So, like I said, I just felt really regretful for that. So I couldn't really be in the moment like I wanted to with my kids because I was I didn't have that full self-respect that I needed to have during the day. So I didn't even want to stay out long, bro, because I didn't feel like dealing with people. Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be being too hard on myself, but I didn't have that full self-respect for myself because I went to sleep when I knew I had something to do. So once I do, I'm not opening this for you. Mom can probably paint your nails tomorrow, but I'm not doing it right now. So, I love my kids. But, so like I was saying, I didn't have my full self-respect for myself, so I couldn't go around and sit there and, like, you know, just be the person I usually am. Once I get everything done and I have planned for the day, and I feel so good about myself. I get that self-love, you know. I don't really care about other people. I can be in the moment and not be thinking about trying to focus on 2 things at once, trying to multitask. Me over here like, oh my God, feeling bad. Maybe I shouldn't be feeling bad about stuff like that, but it's just me. Oh my God. All right, well, I'm in this, but I mean, maybe I shouldn't be feeling bad about myself, but I mean, who knows? That's just how I am. That's just how I be dealing with stuff. So, maybe it's not good for me, or maybe it's just me beating myself up enough so I don't do it again. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. You know, hopefully it helps somebody for whatever I said. I don't know. Like I said, it's just to improve my speech and me to be able to like talk. And one thing I do need to work on is me remembering the last thing that I said whenever I was like switching through topics, but still like staying on a mission with whatever I'm saying. So you guys have a good night. 103. I will be up at 4 a.m. You know how the game goes. So talk to y'all tomorrow.